Hello again. This time we're, as promised, this time we're fixing this. What is it? It is the Blu-ray drive from a PlayStation 3. I'll take your word for it. Yeah. Right, flip it over, Ooh, as if by magic. Okay, what you do is you undo these screws here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 with this kind of spring on it, and 5. Show them. We'll be doing all the screws here. And these are tiny little screws, so be careful with them. Okay, I'm going to undo the others. Get to work! Okay, here we have it. All the screws are out. And now you flip this back and then you take this and then you'll take it off. Okay? Okay. What you need to do is push this up like this. And then you will slide it backwards. And you take the top off. And put it with the screws. Oh, I can see my disc! Okay, in here you have the disc. And you have this sensor. Now this sensor is a pain in the arse because it's connected by a tiny thin red wire which goes around the side to this tiny little plug here. You may be able to see it, you may not. Do not break this red wire, it will give you hassles if you do. On this bit, just peel off this bit. Like so. And undo this screw. This screws on the sensor. It's a very tiny screw. Sorry about the blurred camera angles. Then the sensor you lift off and stick this way. Use a miniature screwdriver again to lift this plastic flap up. Plastic set holds it in place. And carefully with fingers, just lift this out. You see how tiny this wire is, what holds it on. Very careful, you don't want that to come off. Then you have to undo the next set of screws. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Careful with these little springs. We're going to show you how to get your game out and reset the drive. I'm going to show it. Yes. Okay, right, lift the top off and then you'll see the game disc. And lift your game disc out. Okay. Okay, so we lift the drive cover off. You may hear a clicking sound, but that would be the springs resetting. This is what it looks like underneath, and that's the drive bit. And you can see, the game's easy then to get at. You just lift the game out. Be careful you don't touch the lens. Just lift the game out. One Modern Warfare 2, trapped in drive. Now safely out. Okay. Easy. Sorry. Right. Then time to reset the drive. So you see the drive like this. It's looking at you. You've got these grey plastic parts here. These drive wheels here. You've got the spindle and the laser. Do not touch the laser. You've got the worm wheel on the motor. Well, puts you hence backwards and forwards. Don't worry, this is an easy fix. As we say, we don't need to touch any of this stuff. We're just going to undo this screw here. One moment. As if by magic, it's now undone. Okay, so we remove this screw here. Make sure you know which screw that is actually. Put that there. Okay, and then what you do is just literally lift this drive up. Do you see that? As you open this drive up, it all clicks forward. Now, this is the bit what was a bit worrying. If you take this bit off there, and don't worry about the grey bits moving or anything, because that's what they do. That's what resetting it. You don't want to lose any screws. Now this bit is stuck in the closed position. Now don't force anything. All you do, you have a small motherboard down here. You have your drive motor here. You have the drive motor housing, and then next to it you have this gearing system. You have the belt and everything. It's this gearing system we want. You just undo the gearing screw. Take the gearing screw off, and then what you do, get your mini screwdriver and you lift this out. Don't need to lift this out too far, just so you can get your fingers under it. And pull. Watch what happens. I don't know if you saw it. That's the noise you want. So when you've wiggled it about and you've come out enough, you'll go bang. Then you just put it in. You don't have to take it all the way out, you just pull it out a little bit. When you hear the crunch, put it back in so the gearing's nicely in there. You don't need to twist it or anything, just to make sure it's moving everything when you wiggle it. And that's it, done. Then you reassemble, and when you've got everything back in, then it will be done. I'll show you the reassembly in one moment.